We've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken very short. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
You kill!
Get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working at it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
They tried a quick hitter inside. Because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 36, Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ron Parker. So quite a turn of events right there.
Indeed it is. I mean, they thought the worst that could happen was they'd get a field goal attempt to break the tie. Instead, interception, long return, and now the other guys have a great shot to go ahead.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And now because of the sack, it's 3rd and goal from the 14.
We go 21.
Now Breeze. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away.
But nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. 3rd and long for Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
57, come on.
The Redskins take over.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
From the 27, Breeze. It's caught by Sanders. A good pickup there at 22.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Run for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Cousins now to throw on first down. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6-0 our score after 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Complete to Jones. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins now. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. From the red zone now, Cousins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Dancing to his left. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
5-8, 57. You track. Hey, kill.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. To throw is Cousins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. But it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Cousins to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down.
Good route here.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. On the draw, this will be Freeman. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. 56.
Now Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This one he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense.